what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Gavin Aiden. We are currently 7 weeks out from our Powerlifting National Championship being held in Lake Tahoe, Nevada. I believe that's where it's going to be. We are in week 2 of our second to last training block. Today we've got primary deadlifts. We're going to go up to around 640 pounds on pulls. We're going to see how it feels. I did make a switch. It's a risky switch. You probably already know what I'm talking about, but sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit, man. All I care about is winning. So I don't give a shit how I get there, within ethical bounds, of course. Now, one favor I ask of you guys before I start training is for you to tell me which style of training vlogs you prefer to watch. The biggest request I get for YouTube content is either educational stuff, so how-to stuff, or it's training vlogs. People want to see me train for whatever reason. So my question to you is this: do you prefer training vlogs in which I'm filming, but then I'm almost doing a voiceover, kind of annotating the session and talking about things? Do you prefer training vlogs where it's more similar to what I've been doing, where I'll film my training and kind of talk throughout the session? Or do you prefer training vlogs where when I'm training, there's music and all that stuff, and then there's a separate segment in which I'm actually talking to you guys? You let me know what you want in the comments, and I will get it done. But yeah, without further ado, let's go fucking train, baby. The power portion of our session. I have to go now over to Powerhouse near me to hit my accessories. I have a pendulum squat, quad extension, and I do some hammer curls. It's pretty much the only day of the week that I go to the commercial gym. I honestly recently have been absolutely loathing training in any sort of public space. I hate to say it, but just being able to be here, lock in, focus, be by myself, no noise, no distractions, no nothing. It's just, I can't even describe it. It gives me such a sharp edge. It's ridiculous. And so I've been loving this, and it's not to say I can't get this same feeling in a commercial gym atmosphere or in a specialty gym, but it's just different, man. So anyway, we have to do that. Once a week I go. It is what it is. Guarantee you it's going to take me fucking 40 minutes to do one set because people are going to talk to me and all this shit. And to be fair, I tend to be a chatterbox myself. I have a hard time telling people like, hey man, I'm training, I'm a people pleaser by nature. So it's really my fault, to be honest with you, for not setting clear boundaries. But anyway, this isn't a therapy session. Deadlifts went pretty well, especially for a week 2. The goal right now is to just get really clean, well-executed touches on all movements, but most especially deadlift and definitely squat. Deadlift, if my deadlift looks like shit and feels like shit, it's because of fatigue, plain and simple. Like, my body just can't handle heavy deadlifts, especially heavy deadlift volume. I'm just not well built for it. So I have to be very cautious with that. As you might have seen, I am now deadlifting sumo. This is a big risk. This is not something I would encourage any of my athletes to do. I'm sure it's something that John probably wouldn't want me to do. I honestly didn't even like bring it up to him. I'm sure he'll say something after he sees the videos now that I'm going to be lifting heavy enough to send him some stuff. The biggest reason why I switched to sumo is because of grip, plain and simple. It's not that my grip is weaker on conventional versus sumo. It's that I have a better position at lockout with sumo because my legs are not in between my hands. It is literally that simple. Because my hands are on the inside, there's nothing pushing on my hands / pushing the bar out in the center to have my hands or my fingers uncurl as I pull up. Now, that's not to say that we wouldn't experience a similar issue as to what we experienced with the 782 from Nationals, where at the top, that happened. We were deadlifting conventional then. It's not to say that won't happen, but this gives us a better opportunity at success there. The other factor here is that I know my top end on sumo and conventional are pretty much the same. Maybe one's better than the other, but it's pretty much the same. And I have the proof of that. The downside is sumo is less consistent because it's much more technical. So there are times like, let me put it this way, when I'm super fatigued, when I'm super beat up and like shit or whatever, if shit just doesn't feel good, I can rip conventional. But I cannot do that with sumo. I will get stapled. Like I just will. Conventional, it'll at least come off the floor. Sumo, it will not fucking budge. And so that's the downside. There's a risk, but I'm in this to win. So I will do whatever it fucking takes, period. So yeah, it's a risky switch, but to me it's also calculated, which, makes sense. I also am training conventional on every other set except for my top sets on primary and secondary days. I'm doing that for mainly two reasons. Number one, it's more, I guess the best reason or the best argument would be that I get to consistently practice the skill of conventional just in case I need it. And that makes sense to me, right? I don't want to lose that because if I do need to switch to it on meet day, like I have it in my back pocket. The second piece is that it's more consistent in terms of the position. It's easier for me to get into that position and be in that same position rep after rep, set after set, week after week. And that's really important because I want repeatability when it comes to my training, right? So that's really good. Also too, like I'm very aware of the loads that I should be handling in order to manage my fatigue properly over the next 7 weeks with conventional. Whereas sumo, it's a little bit foreign because I haven't really pushed sumo in a long time. We had one block where we did that and I wasn't really aware of what I could handle and things were fucking flying and then all of a sudden I hit a massive wall. And so we can't let that happen. So I think conventional is a smart move on the back downs. That's all. All right, let's go fucking rip it. Also too, and yeah, after the video, I'll talk to you a little bit about mindset and all that stuff, but we got shit to do today. So let's keep this moving. Let's get to the gym. We are 7 weeks out from Nationals, guys, and it's around this time that no matter how things are going, no matter what your opinion of your training is, no matter what's going on in the world around you, you have to dial in. You have to put blinders on like a racehorse. You have to understand that in these last final weeks, these final moments, the last few opportunities, literally less than 10 true opportunities in most cases, on the squat, the bench, and the deadlift respectively, to touch heavy weights, to execute to a high standard. You've got less than 10 when you're 7 weeks out. You'd average 1 a week, right? So this is your chance to turn that dial up, to block everything out, and to go all in. This is when it matters. So that's my attitude now. I'm no longer questioning things. I'm no longer asking myself what ifs. I'm no longer being realistic. Now is not the time to be hopeful, hesitant, doubtful, resentful, curious. Now is not that time. Now is the time to be like a fucking berserker and just go. It's just, you see red and you just fucking go. Now, you don't want to be stupid. You know, you want to make calculated decisions, but those decisions should come from a place of impartiality, should come from a place of no emotion. It's purely like, what will set me up for the most amount of success on the day that it matters? Fuck the ego, fuck what I feel, fuck my fear, fuck all of it. It is purely what needs to get done. Good, let's do it. And that's it. That's all there needs to be. So that's the attitude. And my goal each and every session is to give myself the best chance at locking in, to give myself the best chance at having this kill or be killed, blood in the water attitude. And I'll be honest with you, it's hard to sustain that type of attitude throughout the entire training year, mostly because if things aren't going well, you're not an idiot. You know, you're not going to be able to convince yourself of things that simply aren't true. If training isn't going well, if things aren't the way they should be, of course you're going to question it. Of course you're going to try and make changes, and that's necessary. But guys, the point is this: when you are this close to the competition, there's no room for that anymore. The cost is too great. The hesitancy, the curiosity, the questioning, the cost of that is too great. You must burn the fucking boats when you are this close, period. You've made the decision. You're in. The time to turn, the time to move with the tide, the time to make changes and adjustments and stop for food and refuel, all that was long ago. Now, we are 200 yards from the shore, and we are here to storm the fucking kingdom. We're here to storm the beach. There is no turning back now. We're in this, so you burn the boats. That's the attitude. And so, we've got 7 weeks to go all in. We've got 7 weeks to give every single rep and every single session 100% of our undivided attention. And what's really cool is, and I think I had mentioned this in a YouTube video, not a YouTube video, in a Instagram reel, TikTok as well. This idea of passion has to meet and marry professionalism. There will come a time in your career as an athlete, business owner, as a husband, a brother, a son, and I'm sorry for all my female followers out there, but it applies to you, I promise. There comes a time when what you are passionate about needs to meet a specific standard of excellence if you want it to become something worth doing. Period. And some people will disagree. Some people think that there should be no standards, no chains attached to art, no chains attached to your passion. And that's true to a degree. But even the artist who's truly passionate about his craft, who truly wants to be a master, knows that they're not going to half-ass their brushstroke. They're not. And so there's a standard of execution there. They're not going to just muddle their colors because they're lazy. If they muddle their colors, it's because it's intentional. It was a choice to do so, nothing by accident. And that's really important. So passion must meet professionalism. And the way that I define professionalism, well, I shouldn't say it's a definition, but it's a consistent standard of execution that elicits or produces a specific outcome. And if you are a great professional, you're going to have a great outcome. And professionalism itself, again, just think about the word professionalism. Think about how it makes you feel. Think about the brand of professionalism. When people say, oh, he's a real professional, that means he handles himself well. He's in touch with himself. He can control his emotions. He's on time. He speaks well. He's articulate. He pays attention. You see what I'm saying? That's professionalism. And so it's really important to uphold that standard in everything we do, because it's small wins that ultimately define the outcome. People think it's just this one big moment. That's not how it works, brother. The overnight success thing is fucking real. We see it every single day. People that we say like, where the fuck did they come from? How the hell are they? But you didn't see this 10 years of blood, sweat, tears, and grit that it took for them to get that fucking moment, that one moment, it's like that in everything. There are no shortcuts. The only true quote-unquote shortcut is talent, and that's God-given. It's God-given. The beautiful thing is that we are all created in his likeness and his image. That means we are all created to become creators. That's the whole point, which means every single one of us has the potential to create. You just have to identify your gifts, man, and gifts plural because we have many. I don't believe people are born with one gift. I don't think that at all. We're not one-dimensional. We're not. It doesn't work that way. We have strengths, we have weaknesses, absolutely. And that's why it takes a village. Guys, if it only needed one person, then think about how horrible the world would be. I'm reading a series called Red Rising. And I don't know if it's my favorite fantasy series yet, but it's up there. It's probably top 3. And this whole theme is in line with that. This idea that there's an ultimate, there's a pinnacle person, an ideal, right? And through power, through strength, they are superior. And so all the others are useless. But yet you see in the fabric of the book that even what they call low colors are just as necessary, if not more necessary, for society to run, because they are the backbone. And we see that in our own society. My point is this. I truly believe that every single one of us has potential to be great in multiple things. But in order to be great, you have to choose to be. And that choice isn't waking up and saying, man, I want to be a world champion. That's step 1. Honestly, I'd say that's step 0. That's like, first step to solving a problem is realizing that there is one. Okay, but that's not really a step, right? That's just like, okay, cool. Now we know there's a problem. Let's do something about it. Now we know we want to be great. Cool, now let's do something about it. Step 1, I believe, is taking that dream and then taking steps towards it, like literal physical steps towards it, in whatever way that looks, depending on what it is that you choose to do. But again, choice, it's important. So I forgot what we were talking about before I went on my fucking massive tangent, but that's my motivational speech, man. I am that's what I was saying, passion and profession. You have to meet passion with profession. So when you're 7 weeks out, when you're 8 weeks out, honestly, every day of the year, you really should be a professional in what you do and how you do it. Okay, don't half-ass anything. If you're gonna do it, go all the way. Do it 100%. And go all the way doesn't mean fuck everything else and sacrifice your life for it. Not necessarily, no. Go all the way means I'm capable of doing this better. Did I give this my best? It doesn't need to be perfect. The outcome doesn't matter. It's my effort that matters because that's what I'm in control of. Did I give this my best? If not, don't do it at all. You might as well. Because it's not worthy of that. It's not fair. It's just not. You need to give everything. You do. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to the gifts that God gave you. That's how you show gratitude for it. You understand? So I say all this to say, it's really important to what I call increase your baseline of professionalism. When you're a brand new lifter or brand new in anything, you're just feeling things out. You're like a toddler on training wheels. You know what I mean? Like you're stumbling through. You're gonna make mistakes, 100%. You're gonna fail fast, fail forward, 100%. But then as you elevate, your baseline of professionalism increases. So no longer are you the type of person who skips the gym when you don't feel like it. Now you're the type of person who maybe doesn't go all out on a rep or a set because you're tired, right? But then over time, that will then elevate. Now you're no longer the person who skips gyms or skips sessions. Now you're no longer the person who even takes it easy on sets, even when you're tired. Now you're the type of person who goes all out all the time and makes sure that you are dialed in 100% of the time. That's the level of professionalism. And in order to be elite, in order to be the best, I truly believe you need to attain that. I saw a comment on my YouTube video, and I think he meant it to be motivational, but I didn't take it that way. Something about like this dude needs to basically just shut the fuck up about being elite and being great and needs to go do something. Listen, I don't have to defend my name. I don't have to defend my work and what I've been doing, but I dare you to try to be not just the best, but the top 1% of the 1% of the 1% in human history, because that's what I'm doing. That's what myself and my competitors are chasing. I don't know who the fuck told you that shit was gonna be easy, that shit was gonna happen overnight, that shit wasn't gonna make you endure trials and tribulations. I don't know who told you that. But go get your fucking money back because they were wrong. That's not how this works. And I dare you to try. I dare you. And I say this out of love, not hate. Not hate at all. This comes from a great place. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you be great. But the fact that you would comment that, even if you meant it to be motivational, means you have no idea the world you are stepping into. You have no fucking clue. I dare you to try to be great. Not just great. Historical. Do something that's worth remembering. at whatever level that looks like to you. You know how difficult it is to be a really good father? Do you know how difficult it is to be a really good son? Do you know how difficult it is to be a really good older brother? Do you know how difficult it is to do all of that and be a really good business owner? Be a really good athlete? Oh, and by the way, not just really good, the fucking best at all of them. My point is this. If you are in the struggle, if you are enduring, if you're going through it and you feel like, fuck, man, this is hard. This is heavy. Like, I don't know. I've been trying for so long and it's still not working. That, guys, did you think it was going to be easy? Did you think it was supposed to be easy? You are trying to do something no man in human history has ever done. Guys, in order to win the 93 kilo world championship in tested powerlifting, I have to break a world record total. I don't know if you guys understand what that means. That means that I have to do something not only that my competitors can't do, but that no competitor in my weight class in human fucking history has ever been able to do, let alone attempt. That's what's expected of me. You think that's gonna happen in a year? You think that's gonna happen overnight? You think it's not gonna come with hardship and adversity and failure? My friend, that is the only way that that comes to fruition, is through hardship, adversity, and failure, period. That's how this works. I'm seeing it in every single discipline. Now, the metric for success changes in each discipline. Some people would say that having a 900 kilo total in the 93s is elite. Like, you're successful at that point. Fine. You know, to me, to get to a 900 kilo total isn't the end of the world. Like, it's not that hard. To total 850 at 93, walk in the park. In business, some people would say make $10,000 a month as an entrepreneur. That's like your first ring. That's like your, yeah, I can do this as an entrepreneur, right? Like, that's what people like to say. To make $100,000 a month, some people may say, good, like that's like the 830 kilo total, 850 kilo total. But to get to that 900 kilo total, to get to the world record status, we're talking about, you know, maybe 10 million a month. I don't even know what the numbers are. You see what I'm saying? So in each profession, it's gonna look different. In each craft, it's gonna look different. Those standards change. But whatever you pursue, if you plan on being the greatest in human history, I promise you it will come at a cost. So don't allow the environment, people, the noise, even your own feedback from your body to ever diminish your self-belief, to ever limit your thinking. Don't. Because I truly do believe the body follows the mind. I truly do believe that thoughts lead to actions and actions create reality in real time. You are in control of your thoughts and thus your actions and thus your reality. And it sounds corny, it sounds cringy, but that is the truth. And I struggle with this, guys. I'm not fucking preaching from a pulpit. Like, this is something I struggle with. I just had a call with another coach who's been mentoring me, and he reminded me of this. He was like, look, man, you know, you need to have a better attitude when it comes to your training. You really do, because believe me, everything you're saying, I hear and all that, but he was like, you know, you really need to attack your sessions and really find that fifth gear. And he's right. And it becomes so easy to lose that in the process because you're so in it. You're in the forest, you're in the woods. Okay, it's okay. That's why it's good to keep people around you who can hold you accountable, who are better than you, who are like-minded, who are trying to achieve more, trying to be greater than, because they will sharpen you, they will push you to be better. That's what it takes. That's why I am a firm believer, man. Like, you are the crowd you keep, man. And it's not that other people need to be better than you necessarily. It's not that your boys need to want to be the best. It's that your boys need to want you to be the best. They want the best in you, and so they will push you for that. I just had a call with my boy John Rondi. Johnny Drinks. Love him. And we were just talking about this. He was like, he genuinely was like holding me accountable to that mindset. He was like, man, dude, like me, you, he was talking about Vukum, the watch guy on TikTok. He was like, you know, we're all in the same, anybody who wants something more, anybody who's ambitious, like it's a blessing and a curse because you always think you're never doing enough, but it's a good thing because that pushes you to keep going. He was like, but that's that dog. That conversation alone was a nice reminder for me, like, yeah, this he's right. Like, I really need to dig my heels in and get that mindset back. And sometimes I do that for him, you know what I mean? And there are other people in my life, same thing. Like, you need those people in your life, okay? And the difference is this: iron sharpens iron. What do you think would happen if you had a piece of plastic trying to sharpen a knife? You're gonna do fucking shit, right? And so get rid of the pieces of plastic. period, okay? Get rid of all the shitty substances and materials that are trying to sharpen you, okay? 9 times out of 10, you'll notice that the people around you are actually sludge. It's mud, it's muck. It's stuff that's trying to keep you stuck, make you dull. Fuck all that, man. As soon as you see that shit, cut it off. Like the heads of snakes. It's gotta go. All right? I think that's gonna cut it for today's YouTube video. I've got a call coming up, 2 calls later today, and I haven't eaten yet. Actually, my new strategy recently has been to wake up. As soon as I wake up, I crush an energy drink, to kid you not. Then I get out of bed, and then I basically just start training. I'll have like a banana with peanut butter or something like that, and then I start training. I feel good, and then after that, I'll have my meal, do my cardio, and then have my protein shake, and then I freeze up the rest of my day. The goal really is to get on a better sleeping schedule. Today I woke up late, but the goal is to definitely be in bed by like 10:30. That way I can wake up by like 7:30, and ideally I could probably finish my training by like 10 a.m. most days, which is great because that means I'm done with my cardio by like 11:30 the latest, and then it gives me the whole day to do my shit. I hate finishing my training around now. It's like 1:20 right now. It's too late in the day with all the stuff I have going on. So yeah, man, but we keep going, dude. If you're gonna take the island, you burn the boats. It's that simple. We never lose faith, never lose hope. You just put one foot in front of the other, stay in your lane, keep your chin up, and that's it, man. That's it. That's it. All right, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. One-to-one coaching is still available. I've got about 2 seats left for the month of January, but another 5 seats will open up as soon as we enter February. And then we have a very brand new training app coming, new branding, all that stuff. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be way better than what we were using before. And if you are already in the app, the current training app, just look out in the community section. You'll see a ton of information on the migration process. There'll be free months and all that stuff there as well, of course. So yeah, man, appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will see you in the next YouTube video. Peace.